I am Stephanie Villa, and I am here joined by the founder and co-founder of Ladies of Sound, is the official women's division of the Beat Junkie Institute of Sound and the 2019 winners of our Female Forward grant.
Yeah.
So
Thank
cool.
you.
So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking a little bit about Ladies of Sound, why you decided to create Ladies of Sound. We're going to be showing the short little video, and then we hopefully will have time for, a couple questions. So if you have anything that you want to ask them, maybe keep it in mind till the end of our little chat here. So essentially, what is Ladies of Sound? If you want to do a little explanation there.
Yeah, so Ladies of Sound, again, is the official women's division of the Beat Junkie Institute of Sound, which is a DJ school located in Glendale, California, where we concentrate on the technique, DJ culture, history, and mechanics.
It's taught by the world famous Beat Junkies. So one day, or after this, you guys could Google them. They're actually in there teaching. And as for Ladies of Sound, our goals are to educate, train, and support women who DJ. So we realized with our school, there were a lot of girls there. But I'll have Maricel go into that.
Yeah, actually, when we first opened in 2017, I literally thought I was going to be the only woman in there because it is a boys' club in DJ world. And a lot of the women that would come in were really intimidated to touch turntables. So, I would lightly joke with them and say, hey, you want to learn how to scratch or DJ? And they'd be like, oh, no, it's too intimidating. And I would say, well, I just made a joke, like, well, what if we drank some wine and then learn how to scratch? And they were like, oh, well, maybe I'll do that. So that was initially the first workshop with just women that I created called Sip and Scratch. So with Sip and Scratch, I did that for a little over a year at the school, and that's kind of when the tides turned. And I noticed that the increase in signups for the women in our classes became, initially it was 70-30, and then next thing I know, it turned into 50-50. So that was a nice surprise.
Yeah, that's awesome. You just created a very, That's amazing because you created a safe space for women to come feel comfortable, be able to be supported by other women, and not feel intimidated at all.
Yeah.
And it's so cool that you were able to create that for everybody. So that is really how Ladies of Sound was established. It was in October 2018.
We did initially the opportunity for me to create kind of whatever event I wanted after doing a bunch of Sip and Scratches. I decided, someone gave me the opportunity, like, let's do an event. I'll support you. And I said, oh, okay, well, I want to throw this amazing panel with like 6 different DJs, women who are DJs that do all different types of things, from radio DJing to club DJing, battling. And that was initially, Sammi G was a student at that time, and she actually was interning with us. And I was like, Sam, let's throw this event together and like see how it goes. So that was our first time we collaborated together as Ladies of Sound.
Yeah, so that was like a defining moment for you, was when you realized that so many women were coming to the school, and that's what made you realize you really needed to create a whole program for them.
Yeah, and I would say I was one of them. I was definitely one of those. I think I was part of that statistic.
Yeah, if you want to say a little bit about your story, just your background.
Yeah, so I had been pursuing music already for, I think at that point, 7 years. I went to school for audio production and music engineering, so I just figured DJing was kind of like the next step. I'd always wanted to be a DJ, and it's funny, that phrase alone, we hear that all the time, so I'm sure more than half of you guys probably want to learn how to DJ. But I came to the school as a student. I was one of the first graduating classes for the school. I was the first
One of the first students, yeah.
Yeah. I was always there, taking advantage of our student practice time. And I showed my dedication to the craft, and I eventually asked if they needed an intern. First, it wasn't the case, but I ended up getting that internship.
Yeah, we were literally like, it would be just like all the instructors, a bunch of guys, and then me and Sammi G.
Yeah.
It was literally just us two sometimes at the school. So
yeah, as a lot of women earlier today talked about just climbing that ladder. So I started with an internship, ended up getting hired as an employee. Then when it came to the point where Maricel wanted to do these, events for women who DJ, and I had a background in event coordinating already, it just kind of made sense.
Yeah, it
for
sounds
us to
like
kinda
a
work
match made in
together.
heaven. So, actually, yeah, what are your like defined, I guess, roles within Ladies of Sound? Because obviously we talked about a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm the principal at the Junkie Institute of Sound. I handle all
Talk
the
about it.
handle all of the operations, sales, marketing, everything under the sun. And with Ladies of Sound, or when I noticed there was a 50-50 turnout in terms of our students, that's when I was like, okay, Ladies of Sound makes sense. And we did the first event, and that was my first event with Sammi G, and it ended up being really successful. And then we were like, let's do a music market.
Yes. I believe that first event was a real great testament to how we worked together, and since that first one just really worked out really well.
Yeah, we never had, we had almost 100 women under one roof at the school, and that was the first time that many women had been
And they
there.
weren't just students at the school, they were DJs, women who DJ from around all over Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see a lot of other women come out, and it kind of showed that these women they were longing for community and support and knowledge too, because we educate and we train at the school. So.
Actually, to backtrack a little bit, I would love to hear a little bit more about just at the school, because we were discussing this before. You not only teach, how to DJ and what you would think a DJ school would be, but there's so much more that you are teaching as well. It's the whole business.
Yeah, so the big difference, honestly, I'm really proud of our school, because I would like to say we're considered the Harvard of DJ schools, and the reason why is because you don't just learn how to DJ.
It's intense.
Yeah, it's intense, and we're actually teaching you how to scratch. We're teaching you how scratching helps you with your timing. We're teaching you the history and the culture, where DJing even started and came from. We're also teaching you how to listen by ear. This is all without technology. We teach everyone that comes to our doors how to DJ on vinyl. So the importance of all of that is it gives everyone this confidence when they get behind the turntables that I've never seen before. It's a very transformational experience. So, I've just literally watched so many people come in as one person
So
and
shy
leave
in
the
the
other.
beginning.
Yeah, literally changing people's lives. So with the school, you don't just get that. You have a community where you make lifelong friends. On top of, we do a lot of amazing events where we, put in education. We teach you how to, your social media, teach you how to hook up your equipment, teach you how to mix. It's just all different facets of what comes with being a DJ.
Yeah, and it's so important, I believe, as just a woman, to be able to really, talk your shit. So, and back it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To know how to hook up your equipment and know that you have skills. Just because you looked cute that day doesn't mean that
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because you
No,
decide to come in heels,
yeah.
it's they're automatically
mean-
assuming, do you need help with that? You're like, no, I know how to do this,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, clearly, I feel like we all are aware of the issues within music industry. I mean, specifically talking about DJing, there's so much just judgment as a woman, or just because you're a woman, you don't know how to listen to this kind of music, or you don't know how to
a lot of
have
the
these
times
kind of skills.
they just assume.
Yeah.
Of course, there are a lot of times where that's just not the case
Yeah.
at all. But there are a good amount of times where, sure, the sound person just assumes I don't know how to hook up my stuff. And it can get frustrating. And
Yeah.
sometimes you want to have another girl to talk to about it. And then also, at our school, because I think just Ladies of Sound is so engraved into our philosophy at the school, a lot of the men in our classes are just so proud of us. They're so supportive, and they don't think it's weird when one of our girls do one of the drills and she's killing it, and it's not on some weird power thing. I think our school is a really great way of just showcasing all the the quality of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, I'm really proud to say that, what my instructors didn't expect is they're like, dang, girls learn fast. Duh.
Oh yeah, our girl students are the best.
Yeah,
students.
they're
Sorry.
I mean, They are honestly the top of our class. I mean, we grade you. We're not just like, oh yeah, you did good. It's like, no, you get a progress report, and we're actually testing you on techniques and grading you on a scale of 1 to 10, and we're critiquing you. So when you've gone through our program, you're actually getting a real perspective from DJs who have been in the game for about 30 years. And that's the power that I love that we are able to give our students, because that's the confidence that they leave with. They know what to work on. They know exactly where their strengths are, and what I need to go and practice with at home. But also another beautiful thing is that they have their homegirls to practice with. They have a whole community of people that they didn't know, and music brought them all together, from the girls and the guys, and they're practicing at each other's houses, meeting up at the school. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing that's really going on over there.
I mean, we're addressing a lot of the issues that are within the music industry, and even you're influencing the men. You're creating a community of anyone, no matter what gender, to just support each other and see each other as peers. Yeah. So that's incredible. What other hurdles do you think, or even personally, that women are currently just having to overcome within the music industry?
I think that women, innately have to work twice as hard, especially if you're a woman of color. So that's a hurdle, at least for myself, that I know that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna double up on the hard work, because that's what I need to do to gain my respect, and especially in that industry. But I'm lucky enough to be with a bunch of people on my side. Like all the men in my crew are very, very supportive of Ladies of Sound. So that's been a nice, that's been good to have that support, but that's definitely a hurdle, just knowing you have to work twice as hard.
But working twice as hard just ends up being such a great positive thing for yourself, to be able to know, with Ladies of Sound, we had to really, like they said, kind of just be in the dirt. So we had to learn all these programs and how to market ourselves and brand ourselves.
You had to support yourself and be self-sufficient, because other people weren't necessarily going to help you.
Right. If you don't know, you can ask, or you can find out.
Yeah.
So.
One of the things that I am on the business side of things. That's where my strength is. But when I was initially the only woman there, I said, I'm going to learn how to DJ, even though this is not my plan to be a DJ. I need to learn how to speak the language. I need to learn to be able to, when someone does call me, that I could actually say, hey, do you know where the top of your sound is? Do you know where the hand placement goes? And right away, people didn't even question me at that point, because I went through the program. So that's something that for me is a challenge. I had to learn how to DJ. And I was like, wow, this is not easy at all. But again, that's where I got that confidence from through our curriculum.
That's awesome. So in your eyes, what are some of the best success stories that have come out of the school?
I definitely say it's, I would like to consider myself one.
Yeah, she is.
But also all my other peers, all the other women in the school, they, like we said earlier, they come in shy, scared, a little bit intimidated. But once they go through our program and see that we have a community here, I've never realized how important community was up until I started working here. It's just, it makes you feel so much better when, let's say, you can't get something down, whatever it could be, you have someone there that can help you. So
you're definitely not alone.
So we have girls out that are DJing at these nightclubs, at these different corporate events, and they're actually making it into a career. So it's funny to see some, maybe some girls who are a little bit older, they already had a career, but they always wanted to DJ. So it's never too late, actually. That's a big part of it.
And to kind of go off what Sammy's saying, so in terms of success stories, I think we're just getting started. But the beautiful thing is we teach all ages. We have an 8-year-old little girl who's also, a couple of them that are in our school, to a 60-year-old woman who said, I've always had a dream of being a DJ, and I never wanted to ask my brother or whatever. They were so impatient, but now there's somewhere for me to learn. And they come to the school and with no ego, and and just learn the craft. So that's such a success in itself. But also, again, like Sammi said, just seeing our girls who said, oh, I'm a nurse, I work in finance, or I work here, and they're fulfilling this dream, and then here they are coming to the school with us for like 2 years.
Even just taking that first step to be like, to walk into our door, if they already have a whole career. That's why it's just never too late. And then they had no idea that they could just be making money off of this. So,
Yeah, and
we actually had a video,
yeah,
Yes.
one of our girls.
but I don't seem to see anybody. Oh,
Hi everyone, my name is Nina Nguyen. The first time that I joined the Beat Junkie Institute of Sound was actually in 2017. I participated in the Ladies Only Sip and Scratch event that was hosted here. And it was a mind-blowing experience because we were learning how to scratch from DJ Shorty. I think in terms of my DJ career, I still have a full-time job. But when I do DJ, I think one thing that the school has really taught me was that there's a lot more that you can incorporate into it to make it yourself. I think recently doing Ladies of Sound is really important to me. I think it's a community that I really embrace because coming in, I was really intimidated, I think, by the field and the industry itself. I see that it's dominantly male and it could be scary, but coming into the school, you don't feel that at all.
That's our girl, Nina. Nina Ross.
Shout
if you
out to
ever
Nina
find her on a
Ross.
flyer, she
Oh my
likes to
God.
DJ on vinyl too. She's a beast.
that just warms my heart. Seriously, to just see somebody going off after their passion like that. But yeah, I think we only have a few more minutes, but I did want to mention, since you are the $10,000 grant winners yearly, so awesome. Where have you put that money? Where have you put it towards?
Well, we've actually invested in a web developer to help us build our online, our .com, and help us build an online community. Right now, we're only available to do events and able to help our ladies connect in Los Angeles, but the vision is to be worldwide. There's women who are DJs all over the world doing this, and now we're trying to, be able to give them a hub where they can come together and, find online DJ tools and, find online tutorials and meet other women and connect with each other online as well as Sam, you want to go into that?
Yeah, everything that we've talked about today is not just here in LA, it's everywhere around the world. So if there's a girl who DJs and she's from a small town in Brazil or something and she's never met any other girl who DJ'd, like this would be the hub for her to check it out. Maybe she didn't even know there was a girl down the street that also DJ'd or was curious about it. So we're tacking on this whole worldwide thing because it's a worldwide mission, and that we would have, workshops and panels and things like this with the women in our industry. Like we said earlier, it's not just battle DJs or nightclub DJs. There are also girls who just are turntablists, things like that. So there's a lot to be said and a lot of things to do. So.
That's our mission.
Amazing. I just feel like, having an online presence and just letting any woman see other women doing something, just the visibility kind of spreads your message, and that, it is perfectly okay, not just okay, but, they can DJ and they can go after something that they're passionate about. So thank you so much.
Thank
you so much for being here.